Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back, true believers, and today I want to talk about the Medicom MAFEX Magneto. Now, this is the original comic book version from the X-Men. So, before we get started and taking a look at this figure, I just want to have a little quick chat about this guy. Now, this guy's original name is Max Eisenherz, and what a tragic story. If you have not ever read any of the X-Men comics or anything about this character or know anything about Magneto except for what you see in the movies and maybe what you have read maybe in the 90s or now, back in the day when he first came out, this guy, what a tragic story. I mean, a tragic history for this guy from when he was a kid, seeing his mother, his father, his sister killed by Nazi soldiers right in front of him. Tragic. He gets married. He after he escapes from Auschwitz with his wife, he gets married. He has a daughter. There's a fire. He saves his wife. He tries to save his daughter, but because he had an altercation with his boss prior, the police show up, start beating him. His daughter burns to death in the fire. Just tragic. Tragic. His wife was pregnant with his other two children, which was, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. And then he also had another child with a married woman and her name became Polaris, as if anybody knows. But just tragic. This guy has been through so much. So you got to understand why this character is the way he is when it comes to the way he feels about humans and mutants, and the reason why he created Asteroid M and the Brotherhood of Mutants. But enough of that. Let's get into talking about this beautiful figure that MAFEX has created. Now, I've been waiting for this Magneto, the straight up comic book version, for a while. I thought the one with the braids was pretty cool, but I didn't pick him up. This is the Magneto that I remember from in the comics, and I remember from back in the day, from the 90s cartoon, and the one that actually pulled the adamantium out of Wolverine's pores. So, let's take a look at this guy. This guy is just beautifully done. Nice head sculpt, nice paint, everything. I love the way they actually did the armor here on top that actually holds, to his cape, to his suit. His red outfit, along with the purple, going around down to his gloves, and his superhero underwear. That's what I always call this. And then coming down, you have the purple going down to his boots. And I mean, it's just beautifully done. And not to mention this gorgeous cape, which has this purple on the outside, and then this other silk looking color on the inside. And I don't know if it's coming through, but it almost has like a metallic purple flake in the cape itself. It has a bendy wire that goes all the way through this cape, so you can move this bad boy however you want. When it comes folded. Okay, it comes folded down like this, so you just kind of stretch it out and move it however you want. I took them out of the box, I moved it around just to get a feel for it. It feels a little stiff at first, but you know what? It just takes time to move it and get it the way you want it to work. So let's take a look. I mean, look at that face. Look at those eyes. I mean, you can't get any more comic book accurate than this. Nice wash in the hair. I mean, just beautiful. So let's roll into the articulation. He can look up, he can look down, he can look side to side. He has head tilt. His arms can move out. I mean, that's awesome, especially for the poses that he does. That's awesome that he has that movement. He has a big bicep swivel. What I mean by big bicep, he just has a big, huge bicep right here, because that's just the way he was drawn in the comic books. I mean, this guy is just massively muscular. His double jointed elbows. Now, when you go to bend the elbow, if you just bend it like this, it's gonna kind of stop. So you gotta kind of manipulate this in the back to move this up, and then you get a little bit more range there, which is nice range considering he has this massive bicep right there. All right, moving down to the torso, he has the upper torso movement, which gives you a nice ab crunch, and then right to there. So that's actually really, really good. And then he has his waist swivel down here below, because he does swivel at the top, and you got to kind of grab here to kind of get that little bit of a turn down below at the waist. So that's the only reason why you see me grabbing here to move it, because if you just move it up top, it's gonna turn. All right, moving down to the actual legs, he has some drop down legs, of course, and then he can move out that far as doing the splits, which I don't see this guy doing the splits, so that's okay. He has a upper thigh swivel here, and then his double jointed knees, which come all the way. Just, no. Okay, so let's move this first down, and then, okay, so there you go. Now you got a nice clean range. Just be careful, because this, on mine, it moved out. So when you go to move it back, it kind of gets stuck. So just make sure that that doesn't happen, that it doesn't lock out like mine did. I had to kind of just manipulate to go back in. Moving down, there's no boot swivel, but there is ankle articulation. So you have your ankle tilt, and then you have your ankle that moves back, which is nice, moves forward, and then you have your toe hinge, which is really, really nice. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. I love the fact, the way, you know, the way that he was made, the way they made him look, and posing him is not really hard. I mean, MAFEX figures, they do have some great posability, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not the greatest poser to putting this guy into poses while I am on camera. Normally I do this stuff off to the side, but I mean, hey, you want to get him in a oh, I just pushed him down, you know, getting ready to fight. I mean, kind of a boxer stance, and there you go, you have one. And there is Magneto in a somewhat of a boxing stance, getting ready to throw down. Not that he can't, I'm just saying, that's just a simple pose. You know, you're gonna have him kind of jumping out of the way, moving back, and the cape brings such life to it, I'm telling you, like it does with most MAFEX figures, or he's, you know, charging up to do like a huge blast, right? So you can actually get him in a pose like that, which is actually really cool. So, you know, you can get some really cool dynamic action out of him, which is awesome. So now that I've showed off his articulation, showed the way he looks and everything else, let's get into talking about the accessories that this guy comes with and showing those off. And unfortunately, I don't have anybody out for comparison, so yeah, we're not going to have anybody to compare him to, only because of the fact that I have everything put away at this moment, because, you know, such is life. We must do the adulting things in life that we all must do. So everything is kind of away at this moment. So I don't have any comparisons, so that won't be here today. Now, getting him to stand back up is a total different situation, because of the fact that I'm just trying to hurry up and do it on the camera so I can get his accessories and start showing those off. And really quick, there you go, it's kind of back to the pose I originally had him. I mean, not too bad, right? All right, so let's take a look at these accessories. Starting off, we have one of his punching effects right here. The other one I have placed on him. So the hand kind of goes in here. I don't know if you can see, but it actually shows the fist inside right there, so you know exactly what hand you're putting it on. It's almost like him using his magnetic ability to strike. So it's really cool. It is really, really cool. So on the figure itself, with it being on here, when you go to pull this off, the hand likes to come with it. So you're gonna have to work this out to get this out of here with something. So you're gonna have to take something to get that out of there when you put it in. And I didn't push this in all the way. I just softly put it on there, and it just automatically got stuck. So just be careful with that. Next, I'm going to show off his other magnetic effect, which actually comes with a hand made in to it, and it has a peg here to hold. So you take this out and you just plug that into the hand, and you can actually take this and plug them into the fists when you're not using them, or whatever hand you have on there. I would do it with the fist, because the fists don't come with anything that holds them. So you could just, that way you don't lose these little pegs. That way you have them. But that's really cool effect. with the hand in there. He's doing like a magnetic blast. I put it in on this hand, and then I put the alternate head on there. Zoom in so you guys can see that. That's him wearing his helmet. I think it's really, really cool the way MAFEX has done this figure. Just beautiful. And last but not least, we have his magnetic shield hands. So, you know, which is iconic to this character. You always see him, he has his hands up, creating these small like disc shields where he's kind of floating in the air, or he's got the giant magnetic bubble going around him. But this time he has the alternate head on him, the darker one where the eyes are all whited out. The face is all just completely shadowed in, like in the comic book when he's just enraged. I mean, wow. I mean, that's just amazing the way that looks. It's just absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. MAFEX has not disappointed, not one bit with this figure. Next we have a set of open relaxed hands, and they come on those nice little plastic holders. Next we have kind of a open grasping hand or reaching hand, or asking someone to hand him something type of hands. And next we have his actually open hands, where he's getting ready to do some sort of magnetic ability or stop, or, you know, reaching out to, you know, just do what Magneto does best. And last but not least, I wanted to show off his helmet where you don't have the head inside. I mean, just the detail alone in this helmet is so accurate to the comic book, it's not even funny. I mean, it is gorgeous, beautiful, well done. I mean, so, you know, you have the head where he doesn't have his mask on. You can have him holding this. You can put something underneath to have it look like it's floating, or he's calling it to him to put it on. But very well done. All right, so now that you guys have seen everything that this guy comes with, everything that MAFEX has put into the box with this guy, and before I forget, this is number 179 in the MAFEX series. I don't know how the numbers go, but he's just 179. Everything that this guy comes with, all right, the way he looks, the comic book accuracy, the time that they have put into this figure is absolutely amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. And I have other MAFEX figures like Spider-Man's and so on and so forth. But this one here is just, to me, and in my opinion, this guy is just fabulous. I've been waiting for a Magneto for a long, long time. He's always been a great character. Always liked his character, and finally I have him to put on my shelf, which is awesome. Now he does come with a standard MAFEX stand. I didn't figure on showing that off because it's a stand. We've all seen it. But to pose this guy in flight with his arms open, with this cape, which is absolutely gorgeous, which, you know, definitely gives more character to the figure. Wow. I mean, wow. He will go good with any Marvel Legends. If you have any other Marvel Legends like type of Magneto, this guy will replace it hands down, bar none. He is a little bit pricey. I think with shipping it was like $118. I got him off a Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, he's worth picking up if you're willing to pay that steep price. Now, I know it's a little expensive, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, look what you get. You get all those great effects that you can change in and out. Different hands, different head sculpts, a head without the helmet on it. Me, I'm going to be posing him like this because this is where he's the most menacing to me, and this is where he is going to be, yeah, he's going to make the shelf look even better once I get him in there, get him posed out the way I want him, and get him on that stand in flight. Guys, I'm going to do some shorts with this guy, doing a few things, so please take time to look at that. I want to say out of a scale of 1 to 10, I give this guy an 11. That's just my opinion. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the way I did it. I did it a bit different. Like I said, I'm trying to change things up to do a little bit things different so it just doesn't become so mundane all the time of always seeing the same old things over and over again. I know I don't do a whole lot of posings. I'm trying to get better at that. When I do, you guys will see I'm doing a little bit each time. But guys, to every one of my new subscribers, thank you. Thank you so much. To every one of my existing subscribers that have been here since day one and after, thank you. Thank you for sticking with me for so long, guys. I really appreciate you. And you guys are what make this worth doing every single time. It's you guys. You guys take the time to watch the videos. I take time to make the videos. You guys enjoy the videos. You like, you subscribe, you leave comments. And I love that interaction with the community, the comments. I love it. So please, guys, as always, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below, and always hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And yes, guys, once again, thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.